Testing. Hello everyone and welcome to another cast of the D-Ranks Team League Season 3. This is Birdie and we're going to be casting Stealth Bunnies versus the L3 Kings. We've already casted sGs versus Tyrant and you can check that out on the VODs in the bottom of this channel. But the game that we're going to be casting now is sGs.icedraco versus Legendary on the map Gladiator. Now, Gladiator is quite a large map, and it's got a very nice design here, sort of like a sun or a spider or what have you. It's a 4-player map, so you've got 4 spawning positions, and so far the Zerg in this season is favoured with a 1-game advantage, which is not really saying much because there's only been one Protoss versus Zerg on this map so far. And Legendary has got the most experience so far. He's got 2 games and he's won both of them. sGs.icedraco so far hasn't played any games. So it will be interesting to see whether sGs.icedraco is able to take down Legendary's so far perfect record. Now, let's just get into the game. So far, the team All Kill Kings is in the lead with a one game advantage. Now here we are, we're getting into the game in just a moment. So here we are. We have in the top right corner the red Protoss sGs.icedraco, and in the bottom left corner we have Legendary, who is the blue Zerg. Spawning in cross positions, which will make for hopefully a long macro game rather than a short rush. If there's anything wrong with the stream, let me know in the stream chat and I'll see if I can fix it up. Now, in the first game we had Tyrant against sGs, and sGs and Tyrant had a fairly close game. It wasn't especially one-sided, but in the end, Legendary was able to take the win. Tyrant, was able to take the win. So, putting Team All Kill Kings up 1 slot in the match. This is the cast of Week 2, I believe, of the D-Ranks Team League. Good Overlord Scout there, checking for any proxy 2-gate that might have been happening. So far, both players are just scouting around the map and having a look to see if they can find the other player. Here we have a 12 hatch going down for the blue Zerg. It's a pretty safe build on this map. And a Forge Fast Expand for the Protoss player. Very standard so far. I know we'll not be seeing a 12 hatch, or we will. A little bit of mismacro there. Here's the scout coming in from sGs.icedraco, and he'll be scouting both the 12 hatch and he'll see the spawning pool coming down as well. So he'll know everything that's going on so far. The Zerg player has still not found where sGs.icedraco is hiding. There's the expansion going down for the Protoss player. Now, the interesting thing will be whether we see a Hydra Bust perhaps from against sGs.icedraco by, oh wow, I've forgotten his name, that's awesome. Legendary, that's right, Legendary with a 3. I should really call you L3gendary, just to be awesome. And there we have a hidden proxy hatchery expansion for a Legendary, L3gendary as it were. in the top base, top natural well. Here come the first lings out for Legendary as he tries to chase down that probe scout, but icedraco is doing well to keep him. He's using his 260 APM to keep that probe alive, or no, a little bit of mismacro there, and Legendary has managed to take the kill with good skill there. We have just one cannon up for icedraco, and these lings will be able to take that down if micro correctly, but there are quite a few probes there which should be able to prevent anything from happening, and the zealot is not far away. The second probe scout will see the lings quite easily. Oh no, the probe goes down. That will be crucial in finding this hidden third hatchery. The zealot is out and it should be quite safe against these 6 zerglings. The layout timing is pretty standard, and we have the gas up of course for a legendary. Stargate is going down, so we'll be seeing a BSO build with Corsairs and perhaps Dark Templar further on, with Corsairs used to take down the Overlords. Both gases are up for the Protoss player and icedraco, and Legendary has just taken his one. He's throwing down his 4th hatchery in his natural. He does have enough minerals for a 5th hatchery if he so desires. He's got a spire coming down, so he'll be going for a Scourge and Mutalisk against the Corsairs. +1 is on the way for icedraco, and the Citadel of Dune is going down, so we might be seeing +1 speed zealots with the Corsairs to take down the Overlords and any Mutalisk pressure. Legendary is bringing his zerglings back to try and chase down this probe. They do have speed, so he will be able to take this down fairly easily, although it has scouted this hatchery and the spire. Got a 5th hatchery going down in the 3rd base of Legendary, and the first Corsair is out and taking down that Overlord quite quickly. He's continuing to build Corsairs, and we do have the speed upgrade coming down. Still just the 1 gateway so far, and it's pumping out zealots fairly constantly. And there's the Hydralisk Den going down. Perhaps this spire was a bluff, because there does not appear to be any Mutalisk at all coming out. Perhaps once he saw that Corsair, he decided to go for a Hydra build. There's quite a few Corsairs out on the field now, and these zealots are moving around, putting a bit of pressure on. The Hydralisk Den is finished, so we should be seeing Hydras popping out. Ah, there's the Scourge. Perhaps that was all that the spire was for. But the Corsair is going to get away, although these Scourge are pretty persistent. The Corsair looks like it'll be. Oh no, he's stopped it. Oh no, there's still another Corsair alive, but the Scourge have taken down one of the Corsairs. That might be crucial in this match. Here we have the Zealots to return to their base with these Zerglings, putting a bit of pressure on and just scouting and checking out where he is. Speed has finished, and the +1 upgrade is nearly complete. There's 2 gateways now, and another 2 here, so it's coming to a total of 4, and the Templar Archives is up, and the robotics facility. Speed for Hydralisk is complete, and we are seeing a fair few Hydralisks and Zerglings pumped out, so it looks like there's the melee upgrade, so it looks like we'll be seeing something of a Hydra bust here with Zerglings and Hydralisks. These Zealots are going to scout the 3rd base, but these Sunkens should be adequate to hold them off. +1 has finished though, so if he really wanted to pressure it, he could. And these Zerglings are coming here to back it up though, so it's not really wise to take that on. We have another base going down for Legendary, while sGs.icedraco is still sticking on his 2 bases. He has got Dark Templar coming out on the way though, and another gateway coming down. There is a fairly large army building up at the natural of Legendary at the moment. But so far, both players seem fairly content to sit tight and just keep tabs on their opponent, and just find out exactly what the other player is doing before they push out and commit to any sort of aggressive maneuvers. There's the third going down for sGs.icedraco. He's going to be trying to protect it with these Dark Templar. He does still have 3 Corsair alive, so he'll be able to drive off any overlords that get anywhere near, although with these Hydralisks around, that might not be quite so simple. These Hydralisks might be able to snipe this here, although we do have more Zealots coming out. And I don't believe they have scouted the Nexus, so the third will be unnoticed. And here's the Dark Templar coming along with a bunch of Speed Zealots, looking to do a bit of damage. Just having a bit of energy drink there. That stuff keeps you pumped all the way through a full long cast. The 4th base for Legendary is up, and he's got quite a few Mutalisks and Hydralisks just sitting around building up. The 3rd base is slowly getting down, and we do have High Templar out for as well as +2 for sGs.icedraco. The observatory is on the way, a little bit late, but looking good, and we have quite a lot of gateways, so this new base will be able to... here we go, we have a lot of pressure coming out here from Legendary. He's pushing towards the 3rd base of sGs.icedraco, looking for a 2-pronged attack with from both the bottom and the top. And there's quite a lot of Zealots here and High Templar to protect, and those Mutalisks are going to go down quite quickly to the Corsair if he can keep them alive against those Hydralisks. And it looks like Legendary is pulling back a bit, waiting for his forces to build up a bit. sGs.icedraco pulling out here, looking to do some damage. He's taking the initiative and pushing against the 3rd base of Legendary, and no, he's coming down. He's going to have a look. He's going to push down. There's Mutalisks here and Scourge, but they won't be doing anything much at all. Those are taking a lot of damage, but they're sniping some of the High Templar, which is going to be crucial in the coming battles. And the Storm going down. A lot of Mutalisks are dying though to those Corsairs, and that's the Storm. And here we have the Hydralisk coming in from Legendary, pressuring. He's coming into the 3rd. Looks like he's going to commit. The Protoss army is out of place. Is this 3rd going to go down? And here comes the Zealots to combine. The High Templar! The High Templar! There's no High Templar left. There's no Storms coming in for sGs.icedraco. Here come the Scourge taking down the Corsairs. But there's still quite a lot left. There's no more Overlords, but there are also no more Dark Templars out for sGs.icedraco. Legendary is pushing in here. He's taking down quite a lot of the Protoss forces, and there's Mutalisks back in the air. These cannons are going to finish very late, and these Zealots are not going to be able to clean up the Protoss army. There's three more Zealots out in the field, with 2 more on the way, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to clean up these Hydralisks, especially with that Mutalisk hanging around. Although that cannon will finish, and we'll be able to push away the Mutalisk unless those Hydralisks snipe it. And then we have another cannon coming up. Legendary's macro slips a bit, and he is not pulling out as many units as he should have. He would have been able to clean this up very easily if he had continued to produce Hydralisks throughout there. But that Mutalisk is still alive, taking a hit from the cannon, but it's still going to be able to survive unless that cannon does just 1 more hit to it. Those Zealots are melting to the Hydralisks here. They do have +2 and they do have speed, but they're unable to do anything against that mass of But the High Templar are out, and there's more Zealots on the way. Here comes the High Templar, 66 energy though. It's not going to be very good with just that much energy, and these High Templar are going down to Legendary sGs.icedraco, forgetting to wait until they had enough energy there. And the Hydralisks here are just running around, not even caring whether they're taking a hit and dying, because, well, the Zerg never really had much of a plan for an afterlife as such. Or perhaps they do, maybe that's why they're so suicidal. Hello, GTA IV helper. Hi in the chat channel. And we have a lot of Hydralisks and Zerglings pouring into the third here. There's just not enough Zealots to hold this off. Although there's a High Templar out, and it does have a storm. That's a good storm there, taking down quite a lot of Hydralisks. And the Zealots are pressuring and putting down, but there's Lurkers on the way, and only one observer out. These Hydralisks are doing a lot of damage with their 2 and 3 pronged attacks, and these Lurkers are just going to be so annoying to deal with when you have no Dragoons out on the field and very few High Templars. The Zealots are going to melt, and there goes down the crucial observer is going to go down. But no, he doesn't snipe it. The Lurkers are out, but the observer is still out, and there are no Hydralisks yet to snipe that one observer. That's all he needs to do is kill that one observer and set up a Lurker contain here. And he unburrows his Lurker. No, it's coming back up, and the observer really needs to work on keeping itself alive, getting away from these Hydralisks before it gets sniped. And it's sniped, and the Lurkers are out. There's just 2 cannons there, the third one warping in. And is there any more observers coming? No, they're not. And the Lurkers are down. Those Zealots are going to melt before those Lurkers, because there is no cannon up to give them vision, and there's no observer out of the observatory. 3 more on the way, but they're going to be a little late, and this third is going to go down to these Lurkers. More and more Lurkers are getting morphed by Legendary, and he has set up a contain on this choke here with his 1 Lurker. Zealots are looking to do some pressure, but the probes are pulling back. There is 1 Dragoon on the field, and they have got +3 research. There's a Templar, there's a couple of Templar, and a Dark Templar, of course. sGs.icedraco pushing in with his Zealots, but those Lurkers are just doing so much damage. There is an observer waiting in his base, but he's not utilising it to provide detection against his Lurkers. And that third has gone down. You see a lot of macro hatcheries in this 4th base of Legendary. And there's some probes hidden for it doing a sneak attack whenever they can. That Dark Templar does go down because there are just too many Overlords around here to detect it. But that attack is slowly getting pushed off. But there are more and more Hydralisks just streaming in, and these probes really need to pull off their sneak attack right now. There's nothing in the natural, nothing in the main to defend against these 6 probes here. They could be everything that sGs.icedraco needs to pull off an amazing comeback in this game. That poor pylon is going down to those Hydralisks with their +2 upgrades. I'm very impressed to see the constant upgrading of the Protoss player sGs.icedraco. And we have got 3 observers and a bunch of Dragoons out on the field, but is Dragoons really what you need against +2 Hydralisks? It certainly is enough for these Lurkers, but there are only 4 Lurkers out on the field, the rest are just Hydralisks. And what you really need against that is Storm, and there does not appear to be any High Templar out in the field. There is of course a 3rd base up here for sGs.icedraco, which is providing him with some much needed resources, and it does not clear whether or not Legendary has scouted it or is even aware of the base being there at all. Those Zealots just melt towards those Zerglings and Ultralisks though, and there are a lot of Zerglings pushing into the base of sGs.icedraco here. There is a Templar out on the field, but it doesn't have enough energy for a storm. It was not sniped though. There are more Lurkers morphing here on the field. A random drone just chilling. Those 5 probes, the 6 probes are all gone, but there's 1 more looking around for a sneak attack. The Overlord will scout the sneak attack though. Oh, this is just terrible. He's so confused, he's just fainted on the spot at the side of the Overlord. No, he's woken up, someone's giving him some smelling salts, and he is going to be putting down this pylon. in an act of defiance against the might of Legendary. Legendary was thinking about killing it, but in the end decided that that one probe was too brave to be able to even think about competing with, so he's just going to keep them back here and defend against that probe as it comes towards his forces to take him down. That lurker is slowly taking down the forge, but it looks like the upgrade will complete first, and there is of course a storm going down on the lurker, taking it out quite easily. Here come the Hydralists. They're going to try to take down the probe. No! The probe goes down to Zerglings! Those Zerglings destroying the hero of icedraco's forces, that probe who was willing to look at an overlord in the face and run away without taking any damage from that overlord at all. And finally Zerglings take it down. Look at that one kill. Sickening. Here comes the engagement. Legendary is pushing into the base of icedraco. The natural is going down. That upgrade did finish, but the forge will be going down, and so are these cannons. There's just a lot of Zerglings and Hydralists here, and these lurkers are set up. There's no more observers out on the field, so there's no detection of these. These lurkers are going to be able to push into the field here. These zealots really need to be pushing out and taking down these Zerglings before these probes need to push out and destroy everything. These probes have been clearly the hero of icedraco in this game, and he needs to utilise them to great effect. Look at them, here he goes there, he's taking down Hydralists there. Those zealots are not doing much at all, but these probes are just amazing. He needs to send out more and more probes. Here's the High Templar, just chilling. He doesn't care about his energy levels because he's going to walk right into the face of the enemy. Here come the probes. Those probes are fighting those Zerglings as much as they can, doing how much damage? Just incredible. They haven't managed to do any damage at all, but it doesn't matter because their show of defiance against the face of this Zerg army was just incredible to behold. The second base, the natural base of icedraco has gone down. There's just one more gateway there, and these zealots are trying to push forward against these lurkers, but there's just so many lurkers that they're melting away like ice cream on a hot sunny day, or like on a volcano world. I wonder if people get to eat ice cream in StarCraft, because that would suck if they had all this advanced technology, but they couldn't. Here comes the Zerglings. So many Zerglings, and Hydralists even blocking the ramp. Those cannons going down, but the probes are pushing out again. The probes, the most useful unit in this battle against the almighty Zerg forces of Legendary. They are just so incredible. There's a G from icedraco. A G, just one. That was good. Not a good game, but it was good. And I like that was very good to see. That is a Legendary victory, putting Team All Kill Kings 2-0 up against Stealth Bunnies. That was icedraco against Legendary. I'm very impressed by both players. The probes, of course, were the real hero of this game, and I will be seeing you guys in probably about 15 minutes, as we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to come back with another game. So stay tuned.